Well, hello, good evening from Whitley Bay. Yes, you guessed it. That's where I was in the earlier post. But do you want to know the reason I chose to come down here? Cold, frosty. Well, not quite frosty, cold. And that's the right adjective I'd use to describe the feeling amongst the fan base after yesterday's game. Looking online, yeah, there's been a lot of anger, frustration. Some of it justified, some I wouldn't say so. Like the whole, everyone's calling out Eddie Howe off his job. That's a bit too far. Like, everyone's entitled to their opinion, but I don't agree with that. So, yeah. But, yeah, formation, substitutions, atmosphere, everything's been discussed. So we'll get on with it, but not with the cold side of the scale. We'll go to the warm side of the scale. Because the way the game started was positive, it was bouncing, it was raucous. Everyone was back to beat St James's after a 23-day gap, after the Arsenal game. Quite rightly, Toon had 3 consecutive wins, 1 in the cup, 2 in the league. Everyone was on a high, so everyone was buzzing. Under the lights, a team not in good form, shaky defensively, so you can't see why everyone was in a good mood. And then all the talk around Isaac's display was going on pre-match, where we were drinking in Luther's, and around the team formation, would they keep Joe Linton left or right, like he did at the second half against Forest. Obviously he went right, and obviously with Gordon. And then the talk as well was Alexander Isak going to have Callum Wilson back and breathing down his neck, which we know he was, and Kieran Trippier was back too, so 2 massive plus points to have them back. So it all looked good, all looked rosy. 3 consecutive wins, unbeaten, back at home, under the light, a team not in that good form, struggling. What a strong bench, the Isak display. The way the game started as well, you can arguably say, yeah, it was brilliant. Like the tune as they usually do at home, started like a house on fire, went at West Ham, chased them, harried them, and then they just kept creating chance after chance. And as it looked like as well, we thought we've got the goal and we're going to push on when that beautiful ball was played through for Isak. But obviously, unfortunately, I've seen it back after, I couldn't tell at the time, but you trust that they've got the decision right and he was offside. So, well, you thought, okay, crowd is still behind you. You've scored, it's ruled out, got the momentum, keep going, keep pressing them. With their record, how fragile they were, thought they'd go and get that that first goal, and maybe a second and a third, but obviously didn't transpire that way. And what did West Ham do? They've done exactly what... Sorry, just gotta get past this bit. Yeah, anyway, they've done what a lot of teams have been doing to win, that's get where Achilles' heel, which is set pieces, scoring them and defending them. And it's so frustrating. As we thought, we had the pressure, we had the momentum, and then one switch off at that corner. Thomas Souček, who scored against us before, like, decent player, a bit limited, but yeah, wasn't defended well. That's what was said after by Eddie Howe. So obviously, Lloyd Kelly came back in. I think it was last performance was against Chelsea in the cup. But he did well. Again, I know it was their second team, but you've got to beat what's in front of you. And we thought, yeah, left-footed. He's tall, he's strong. He's quick. So he might be a good placement, just even if it's just one game, slotting into the down pin. Unfortunately, as we said afterwards, it didn't happen. Just a bit more like that, just like on the traffic. So yeah, anyway, yeah, like Kelly had falls for both goals. Just didn't track his run after the first one. And then the second, it wasn't all on him. I'll say they've seen it back. Joe Linton was meant to be tracking him as well, completely lost him, but like Kelly could have done better. So unfortunately, you want to back a player like you always do when they're going to play, but well, he tried, and I won't fault his endeavour. Unfortunately, he's not done that much to keep his place. So I can see him being dropped, and Dan Burn will come straight back in down in Selhurst Park. Yeah, so Dan Burn will come straight back in to keep that settled back for. And he'll go in alongside Fabian Schär, who, let's just say, despite what the result was, full credit to him. He's 200 of the errands. He's been one of the best signings anyway. If we look back, £3 million. Honestly, what a bargain. And yes, didn't play well yesterday, but how many really did play well? Not that many. So, yeah, full credit to Fabian Schär. He's been an absolute steal and he's been an absolute class servant for the club. So full credit to him. But yeah, both goals, we had chances. Started well, could have been 1-0 up, 2 or 3, but we didn't. We got punished. But got to say this: it wasn't a bad performance overall. If you take the whole game into a context, it wasn't. It was just a good 50 minutes. Like, we were strong first half, could arguably have been ahead or at least level. And then we thought, all right. I went down at half time, got the BS in. I was just thinking, okay, Newcastle have shown enough fight, enough attacking wherewithal. We're trying to get stuck in. We're pressing them back. We're trying to force the issue, get an equaliser. So I was like, I'm confident. And I said to the lads, I was like, we're going to get a goal. I'm just confident against that team in that defence. And then we came out second half for 5 minutes. And you're like, okay, looks like they've listened. But then obviously, what happened? Just that they got the second goal, and that, in my opinion, it killed all momentum. It's so frustrating, but it did. Like, Aaron Wan-Bissaka hasn't scored for 3 years and 9 months, I think it is. But yeah, that's just football. Players pop up every now and then and get a goal, and unfortunately, well, we'll look like we're building a head of steam up. That completely knocked out of stride, and yeah, it killed the game as a contest, because what came after that for those last, 40 minutes, would you say? 40, yeah, or maybe 46. You could take it from maybe the 50th minute to the 6 minutes out of time. But yeah, we did nothing. And again, I've seen some say the date's on the players, not Eddie Howe, but again, you know what Eddie Howe will do. He'll take responsibility, he always has. You load up to it. He put the team out. He tried a formation change. When it wasn't working, we went 2-0 down. Tried to bring on subs to impact the game. Went 4-4-2. At one point he put Gordon up top alongside Isak. And then when that wasn't working, he then changed it round and took Gordon off. And then he put Wilson, and it was great to see him return. And as I said in the earlier post, Wilson and Trippier are excluded from any like criticism, because they've just come back, and what more could they have done? So yeah, Wilson came back on. He tried that as an option up front, the 4-4-2, but it just looked like we were trying too hard. We ran out of the ideas, especially when we went 4-4-2. I mean, at that point, he put Livermental on the left, alongside Barnes, but it didn't work. Really didn't work. And then he moved Lewis Hall in to a number 6, which did find odd. It was strange, because Bruno had to come off. Again, Bruno didn't have his best game, but like I said, not all of them did. So Bruno come off, Tonali come on, he pushed him up into a number 8. And Lewis Hall came into a 6. But yeah, it was just so disjointed. We just ran out of ideas. Again, we did get down the wings, but we just didn't do anything in the final third. Our decision making was very, very poor. And it's not like us. Like, we just looked in two minds. And you could see anyway, with some players, like, this is not singling them out, it's just saying, like, they look a bit off colour. Anthony Gordon's one. He's got, what's he got? He's 2 goals this season. I think it's 2 in 14, and he's got, so it's like, it was 1 in 7, then 1 in 7, so it's 2 in 14 overall. But unlike his numbers last season, he's only getting 1 goal every 7 games at the minute, so he's not impacting the game like he was last. That's frustrating because obviously he's just went away with England. Tino set up his goal, and you thought he's on high, he's coming back. It's fantastic. He's going to hit the ground running. He was on the left, then he was on the right, but unfortunately Gordon didn't do much, and that's what I need to come down to. I mean, we just can't score at the moment. That's a big issue that's affecting me. I checked earlier, but we've got 13 goals for, 13 goals against, but only 5 of them are at home. That was 1-0 over Southampton, 2 goals against Spurs, and it was it? And then I've got the other one against Arsenal. And I've got one more goal. Please put in the comments. I've actually forgot what game that was, but yeah, I've only got 5 goals at home. I know that. I've checked that, and that's a problem. We're just not scoring at the moment, and it's worrying. We're current top scorers out of 13 goals. It's shared as 1 for Fabian Schär, 2 for Anthony Gordon, 2 for Joe Linton, 4 for Alexander Isak, and 4 for Harvey Barnes. So yeah, again, the one thing not to get worried about though is although we're profligate at the moment, we are still creating chances. But we need to stop converting. We're not being ruthless enough. And again, we're just being so wasteful, which, especially at St James's Park, isn't like us. And that was the feeling in the ground last night. But again, we'll need to correct it, but we will. We've got too many good players not to. But again, I've said, that's just sport, isn't it? Like, we lost to Brighton, but Brighton are probably around the same level as at the moment, so you can't say that's a disgrace. They're a very good, well-run team. And again, players on our level, so there's no guarantee to be beating Brighton, although I can say we're the better team and we should have won it. But like West Ham, we've got a better team than West Ham, but what's the difference? They were clinical, we weren't. That's football. It's just how it is. So I'm not too downhearted, because if you look at the way this league season's going at the moment anyway, although we're down in 10th, we've got to say with the squad we have, we're probably around about 6th to 8th. So if you look at it from that context, where we are at the moment, we're, we're 1 point off 6th. We are 2 off 4th, I believe. And then we're 5 off 2nd. Now, I know that could have been reduced to 2 points last night, but again, the league's still tight. If you look at it this season, it's not to be worried. As Eddie said, every team's got to start stringing results together, and then it can push you up the league like we've done in the Champions League season, where we got top 4. Just takes one team to do that, and that was our chance last night. But the good thing is, with this period of the season, there's now plenty of fixtures where we can go out and correct that. So we've got Palace again on Saturday, and then a tough game against Liverpool, but again, under the lights, big team. So yeah, the league's just so congested and tight. Everyone's beating each other, bar Liverpool, who are the exception. And just to say on them, I'll cover them more next week before we play them, but they're the only team who are really consistent getting results, and I don't think they've played anyone too good yet. Until obviously this weekend, they're playing Manchester City, who usually have lost 5 in a row, but their fixtures obviously City, us, and then the Merseyside derby, so that'll be an interesting one. But yeah, like I said, the league's still tight at the moment, nothing to be worried about. So we'll just go again on Saturday. Wait 1 second. Sorry about that. Just had cross the road there. It was just a bit busy. Anyway, so yeah, we'll go again on Saturday. But last night, I still think we could have been still playing now. We couldn't have hit a cow's arse with a banjo. I mean, all it would have took was one bobble. I mean, Christ, how ironic. We could have had this hat. That's the bobble it needed. It's all it took. One of them to go in. Like, we had them chances first half. The brilliant save from Fabianski. But yeah, if I had this bobble, it might have bobbled in. But not to be. So, anyway, going from here. Just get past this bit. But yeah, I'm not too worried. Again, we're creating chances, so we will get the points. It's just at the moment, it's just one of them things. We're continually trying, but that's how football goes. Sometimes you can't win them all. And where we are with the squad, as I said, we are probably around about the top 68 team. We're still in touching distance of that, so that's why I'm not too downhearted. These things happen. I've seen all the way from 92 to now. I've seen our best teams under the entertainers. Then I've had to watch through Dalglish, Hullett. Then obviously we had Sir Bobby, brilliant era, turned the entertainers, Champions League. Then obviously we went other managers from there. We've had obviously Souness, Glenn Roeder, and then fortunately Allardyce, and we won't get in anyone on the Ashley era. We don't want to relive that. So yeah, I'm not worried. I've seen far better teams. I've seen far worse teams. And Eddie Howe's still the man for the job. He's got enough credit in the bank. He'll figure it out. And there's no one out there at the minute who you could arguably say he can come in and replace him. I've seen everyone saying Jose, but come on, got to admit, I think even Jose's past it. And I don't think he'd be right for it. He's still too disruptive. He'd be here for a season or two, wouldn't be too stable, and yeah, he wins trophies, but I just don't think he's kind of fit for us despite his connections with Sir Bobby. So yeah, Eddie Howe is still the man for the job. I'm absolutely convinced of that. Right, just took a little gap there. Just get a breather. To be part of it is a bit of up and down things going up and down the street. So yeah, we're just on Parkview now, just circling back towards the Spanish City. So yeah. Again, sorry for the gaps I'm crossing these roads. Just don't want to be knocked over. So anyway, one subject I do want to talk about, which a lot of people have brought up, is Bruno and his coin toss. It's a strange quirk of fate that for the one game he wasn't present, we've lost every coin toss so far, and that's given the other team the advantage of obviously shooting up the hill first half and down the hill second, which we like to do. Now, good friend Jimmy, he sees full name, but his initials are JST. He said it could be on purpose. Now, he said, do you think it's intentional? Because when the teams are swapped around and they're having to shoot up the hill first half and we're shooting towards the Gallagher end, it gets the crowd up, gets them riled, and they're on the keeper. And we're thinking though, like, is that one of them purposeful ploys which gets the crowd up? But it could be. It's a good point. They might be doing it on purpose, because surely they won't be unlucky at that coin toss. I mean, remember the scene Only Fools and Horses? Grandad gives Dell his double-headed coin in his poker game against Boise. Well, as Grandad also said, not just having Rodney on calling the coin toss, which I'm sure Bruno has done, call Rodney tails. Yeah. Well, I also think that what has happened is sorry, just crossing. Yeah. What I also think he's done is given when he said Mam's looking rabbit foot, because the results yesterday that give her as much luck as it did the rabbit. But yeah, it's a little pointer. It could be on purpose, but all I can say is, should you really need to do that to get yourselves motivated, to get the crowd behind you as players? I just think, like, the last point is, you should be up for any game, especially football. So it shouldn't really encourage me to get up to play the so-called lesser teams. Because West Ham, just got to add, were fully deserving of the win yesterday. They fought more, they won first balls, they won second balls. They wasted time, but we waste time. Every team wastes time. I'm not going to criticise them for that. They've got to do what's in for them to get the win. So, yeah, at the end of the day, you shouldn't need encouragement when you're playing the so-called lesser teams. You should be able to get yourself up for it. Not just like when the Liverpools come to town, which I'm sure the players will be bang up for next week. So, yeah, that's just my thoughts on it. But we'll see. And speaking of that, we've got to wait and see, but it looks like Bruno will probably miss the game. Obviously waiting for the club to confirm. But if it's minor, I think they said 2 weeks. And then I can't remember if they said if it's major, and if he needs an operation, and if there's 10 games or 10 weeks, someone said. I can't remember off the top of my head. Because I left this till like this afternoon, this evening. Well, this evening now, because obviously the day job's got in the way and it was very busy today, so that's why I'm recording it now. But yeah, we'll wait and see. There's been a lot of information today, but I wanted to leave it till now just so like everyone had calmed down a bit, because there was a lot of anger last night. And yeah, I understand everyone being frustrated and a little bit angry, but some of it's been way over the top. You've got to think where we are. We're still in a good place, and remember, I'm not going to go into it because it bores me all to death and we're sick of it, but PSR, the quick little fact is, I think we've got the sixth highest wages in the league, wages turnover. So again, we're going up against these teams that have been established for years, in Chelsea, Arsenal, Man U, Man City, Liverpool. We're trying to compete with these, and we've done bloody well so far. Just crossing the road. Don't do that at home. But yeah, so we're doing a lot better than we are. We've just got to think where we are and where we're going. It's a journey, and I know a lot of people are impatient, but like I said, I've seen far worse and I've seen better, but we're going to get there. You've got to trust it. You've got to trust the Saudis. You've got to trust Eddie Howe. As long as he's the man in the dugout, you've got to back him. You find a solution like he did after the Chelsea defeat, and he got with them 3 consecutive wins. One of them you can just put down to, it's one of them things last night. We've discussed the subs didn't impact at all. The formation change didn't work. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. That's football. I'm experienced enough to not get down or angry about it. One moment. And ladies and gentlemen, we're back at the Spanish city. 6,000 and a bit steps later, we've come full circle. It's a beautiful place, no matter what time of the year. So yeah, anyway, thank you for being with us today. Like I said, I've crammed a lot in there. I might have repeated myself a few times, but there's been a lot to consider and go over from last night. A lot of key points I wanted to try and pick up on and address. Because again, there's no club like Newcastle. We're a bit of a basket case, but that's the way we are and always will be, so it'll never change, so you've got to embrace it. So yeah, thanks for being with us. Well, I had a hectic day at work, and then I came down here tonight to get this vlog in. But anyway, like I said, if you do like the page, you like what I've done so far, just still trying to find me way in my second video. I'll make a few slip-ups here and there. Always will, we're human, we'll make mistakes. So yeah, just if you do like it, follow Magnificent Mags on Facebook, YouTube, the handle's at Magnificent Mags 1. On Twitter, it's at LaneHusband1, just the number 1, not 01, at LaneHusband1, because I couldn't change the handle. Or you can search Magnificent Mags, and then on Blue Sky, it's lhusband87.bsky.social. But yeah, if you like, share the post, invite your friends. If you think they might be interested, you're enjoying it, the content. I'll keep it as frequent as I can. I'm probably only going to do videos when there's like either an international break or it's pre and post matches. I'm not going to do them all the time. Don't want you to get sick of my face. But yeah, one last scanner here, Spanish City. So for now, thank you for watching. Take care. I hope you all have a great week. And all you travelling down to Selhurst Park, safe trip and enjoy yourselves. I'm a bit busy in the next few weeks, so the next away game I'm getting to is down at Portman Road in Ipswich on the 21st of December. So yeah, safe journey down to all the mags who are going there. This Saturday I'm with some mates up in Edinburgh on a day sesh, so I'm looking forward to that, but I will be keeping in tune with the match on the Sky Sports app or anything like that, just to see how we're getting on. I'll watch the highlights after, and I can do a video if you want it, just saying like what my thoughts are on what I've seen on the highlights and everything. But it won't be obviously as detailed as games I've been to. But yeah, anyway, from me, the Spanish City, the amusements in Marine Avenue, and the links. Thank you for watching. Take care. Have a lovely week. Bye bye.